Minecraft Manhunt, 5 Hunters. Undoubtedly the most controversial manhunt of the series.
My dream!
Wait, what?
What?
Oh!
You'd think that this was a normal manhunt, and it would seem like one, but something was off. We start with Dream running off. As usual, the hunters chase him, and Dream ends up in a ravine. What seemed odd to me, however, was that when Sapnap punched Dream off, Sapnap was nowhere to be found. But Murkish, you say, couldn't Sapnap have just looped around the ravine? Well, of course not. He couldn't have looped around on the left because doing so would take too long, and if he went across the ravine on the right, he would have been seen by Dream. So, how did Sapnap get behind Dream? Maybe, you say, Sapnap simply went over the roof of the house to flank Dream, but that simply would not be true. When Dream looks back at the hunters, not only do we not see Sapnap anywhere, we simply don't see Sapnap where we expect him to be. The only option now is that Sapnap beeline towards the ravine at the start of the game, which is plausible. However, it raises a few questions. Why would Sapnap beeline towards something that he doesn't know is there? How would he know there was not only a village, but a ravine that he had to get around? All of this seemed a bit peculiar to me. Next comes the infamous boat scene. Dream towers up to try to get away from the hunters, and two of the hunters, Frost and Sapnap, pursue him. Then, something odd happens that a fellow Minecraft YouTuber called Kenadian pointed out.
The first thing that's just a tiny bit suspicious is that only 2 people nerd pull up to. Obviously this isn't any definitive proof, but it will make a little more sense later. You can see Sapnap nerd pulling until he starts bridging in the general direction of Frost, who is also nerd pulling up. Frost then claims to have run out of blocks after placing a crafting table on his pillar and jumping off. If a crafting table's the only block you have left, obviously that's not going to make the difference to get you to the top. The next interesting point is what Dream does next, and that is nothing. I mean, sure, he crafts some armor and he smelts food, but during this time, despite being a man famous for so many boat tricks, he doesn't make a boat. He deliberately chooses not to make a boat here. The next really weird thing that happens is Sapnap, who was bridging to the right earlier, decided to just give up on his bridge to the right and go to the opposite side of Dream's tower.
Another odd thing that I've noticed is the nether exit scene. In that scene, Dream changes his skin to Frost's skin and tricks the hunters into believing that he was under them. What's strange, however, is that Dream doesn't crouch once. In this clip, you can see me crouching compared to me standing. Because of how the blocks are slanted, Dream was not crouching. On top of that, in 1.16, whenever you crouch, there is a small animation that transitions from standing to sneaking. There was never this animation in that scene.
Alright, where is he?
Wait, I
saw him.
Use the compass.
I saw him for a second.
Compass.
He's down. It's like below.
He's below us.
On top of that, the hunters clearly looked at Dream multiple times before they dug down. There's even a point where Frost looks at him. Now obviously, if you don't crouch in Minecraft, everyone's gonna see your username. Despite all of this, the hunters don't even realize what was going on, and they dug down. That is what was strange to me.
What? Is anything? No!
Oh my god!
Why is there TNT? What in
Oh
the
my god!
world?
Oh my god!
Then came the most controversial scene. At this point, Dream has already reached the end, and the hunters are hot on his tail. Dream gets really close to killing the Ender Dragon, but before he can do it, the hunters place 4 end crystals and appear to make the Ender Dragon despawn.
What's happening?
What?
What is it?
What? Wait, what?
What?
Let's go!
Again, Green Man! Yeah!
This is where most of the controversy is. Who won, and why? I think there's 3 answers to that question. A similar situation happened before. In Minecraft Speedrunner vs 4 Hunters, Dream died after lighting TNT on the dragon and died before the dragon was killed. However, he lit TNT before he died, making the dragon die after him. Because of this, Dream could argue that the dragon would have died no matter if he died or not, therefore Dream would have won. But the final ruling was that the hunters won, because the dragon never died after Dream got killed. Based on that ruling, we can determine that the hunters won this match, since Dream never got the Free the End achievement, and the dragon's health was never lowered to a point where it died. To quote Dream himself,
So in that case, we'd be going off of precedent. And precedent just means basically the example that has been set in the past.
but on the other hand, Dream won because the dragon disappeared. Since the point of the game is to kill the dragon, we could argue that Dream won because the dragon was technically killed. Well, maybe it's a tie. Since attempts at recreating the event were unsuccessful, a bug caused the dragon to disappear. And since the hunters didn't really stop Dream from winning, we could argue that no one won. Therefore, a tie. Additionally, you could also argue that Dream won because if the bug did not happen, then Dream would have killed the Ender Dragon, but you can't really argue that because you don't really know what would have happened. Furthermore, at the start, how did Sapnap get to the other side of the ravine? Why did Sapnap double back on his bridge? Why did Ant Frost place a crafting table on his tower? Why didn't the hunters notice that Dream had an Ant Frost skin on? What if the dragon never disappeared? And that is the unsolved mystery of Minecraft Manhunt.
What?
What?
What is-
What?
Yes!
What is this?
What
What?
is happening?
Wait,
What?
what? The
What?
dragon wasn't.
What
Did
is
I kill the
happening?
dragon? No, the dragon wasn't
What?
dead.
No, it didn't die. You didn't get the
You didn't get the
achievement.
It doesn't. That doesn't. That's not how
What?
that works.
What?
What is happening?
It's the.
This is so
What?
cool. But what is it?
What?
It's
Oh, the inhibitor on me. What?
What?
Let's go!
Again, Green Man!
What?
Yeah!